Hi guys, it's Frankie from Frankie Tech. Good to see you guys again. And I'm here today with my, I guess, is this 24 hours? This is almost more like 12 hours, guys. Well, this is my one-day review of the Huawei Mate 20X. Now, I got this phone, guys, as you know, just yesterday. And I've been putting this phone through its paces for about 15 hours. When I post this video, it'll have been around 20 hours. So this is really just a continuation of my initial thoughts right here on this phone. But I want to kind of just jump right into it. So let's not give any kind of quick summary here because I really haven't spent enough time with the phone. But as I go through it, I will give my final verdict at the end. But let's start with a quick unboxing here, guys, of what is in the Mate 20X box. And let me show you quickly here. This is the midnight blue version, 6 GB, 128 gigs of storage. Let's open this up. Here's my receipt. Gonna move that over here. Lift it up. There is a SIM ejector tool right at the top and a newly unopened warranty card. Let's move that to the side. And you see here, guys, there is a case that comes included inside the box, and that is awesome because I definitely want to put this thing in a case as soon as possible. And let's see some more stuff here. Let's open it up to the side. Just some books, quick start guide. That's probably the last time I'm going to read that. Now let's look at what's in the box. This is really the major point here. And we have so this is the global version, guys, but this is specifically the Hong Kong version. So you see here we have a Hong Kong plug, and it is a Huawei Supercharge. If you look there, it says 5 volts, but I'm pretty sure this will go faster than that. I'll have to test how the supercharger functions, but if it's like the other ones in the Honor Note 10 and the other kind of big Huawei phones, it's going to be great. And looking here, we have our USB-C, that's right, and a little set of, look at that. This is an AirPod, by the way. I mean, you wonder where they get their design cues from. I'm not going to say anything, but nice to include them in the box. And so that's just the quick unboxing there. And let's gonna go quick laundry list down here, guys. Design, display, performance, audio, quick audio test, and then I'll do just some quick camera shots here. Haven't taken that many shots with this camera yet, but I'm definitely going to be doing a camera comparison between this and the Pixel 3 XL very soon. That's going to be a great comparison. Let's talk about the design first, though. You see it now in the light. Turn off the screen here. 7.2-inch display, and that makes for a huge phone. Now, the coolest thing about this phone, I got to say, guys, is that there's this kind of ridged texture to the back. You see it there. Look at this giant beast. But the ridged texture, I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like looks like glossy glass, but it's not. It's got a little bit of a texture, and that makes it much easier to hold and not have it slip out of your hand. And I think that is a great design touch there. Now, the edges are very much glossy, super slippery, but this ridge texture, let me see if I can kind of hold it like that. See? I'm literally holding it on the edge of my fingers, and it is not sliding down. Look at that. Look at that. That is incredible. It is just a huge phone. Now, this is obviously the absolute biggest phone that you've seen on the market, other than maybe the Honor 8X Max. But what can I say about the design? It's sleek. It's beautiful. You got just a really great design touch. There is a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack on this phone, IR blaster, speakers, both sides, USB-C. Design, it's amazing, guys. It's the teardrop might not be for everyone, but I can already tell that there is no light bleed issues on this phone. And let's jump right into it about the display. So talking about that display, guys, AMOLED, and this is a 7.2-inch, 1080 by 2244 pixels with a 346 ppi density. Now, is it the most pixel dense screen? No, but they've done some anti-aliasing here, guys, that just makes it look great. And trust me, this looks even better than the screen on the Honor Note 10. And look at the brightness here. It gets bright. And it's just so uniform. The white point is just spot on. I mean, this is the ultimate sized big phone display that I've ever seen. Like, this is it. And now, before we kind of jump into kind of the viewing, the YouTube playback here, I want to compare this phone in terms of size with some of the other phones I've been testing. So let's kind of bring it in right here. Here is the Pixel 3 XL. Look at those next to each other. Definitely much bigger than the Pixel 3 XL. Now, the Pixel 3 XL's got a 2K display, but you really can't tell that much of a difference in quality. I think the quality actually on the Mate 20X display is even better. It definitely gets brighter, but look at that. It's just absolutely awesome. I think the wallpaper has a lot to do with it. This wallpaper, props to you, Huawei. The wallpaper is amazing. Now let's bring out the Honor 8X. There's the Honor 8X next to the Mate 20X. And it's crazy to think how much smaller this 6.5-inch phone looks compared to this 7.2. But they are in other worlds, guys. See them there, right next to each other? Wow. This phone is making every other phone seem tiny by comparison. But there's another phone I wanted to compare it to in size, lastly, and that's this one right here. Boom. You know which one this one is, guys? The Mi Max 3. And this is probably the closest thing that I can get to actually finding the same size as the Mate 20X. And you see there in terms of thickness, it's actually very similar in terms of thickness there. Oh man, but the size of this phone is unbelievable. Now look, the Mi Max 3 is still looking great in terms of display, but this just blows it out of the water. You really can't compare. So that's the size comparison right there, guys, and you can see them there all next to each other. If we can all put them in like one row here in terms of size, that is the size comparison right there. Now, I haven't done all the benchmarks on this phone yet, but I have done one, guys. And that's the performance section here I want to talk about. Geekbench 4. Unbelievable. Look at that score. That is a 3,325 single and an almost 10,000, 9,823 multi-core score. And if I'm not mistaken, let's see if I can find the info right here. There you go. Look at this device and how it compares to these other phones. It is just like miles ahead. 3,000. I mean, the Snapdragon 845 can get into the 2,000 range now, but this Kirin 980 is beyond that. The closest thing that you can really compare this chip to now is Apple's chips, like the A11 and the A12. This is getting to those levels, and it's the first Android phone to do so. So I really need to give Huawei props. You guys are doing chip work that is now starting to surpass Snapdragon and their monopoly on chips in the market. And I think this is going to be what will really elevate Huawei and their phones beyond the rest of the market. So to all you other phone manufacturers, beware, because you are not getting these kind of scores and this kind of performance from this device. What does that mean for kind of daily use? It means things run smoothly. You see here, it just runs beautifully. Apps, quick to open. The 6 GB of RAM will help with memory right there. And I'm opening some apps here real quick. Let's see if I can open one without. Let's go to Gmail. Boom. It's already there. Google. Boom. It's already there. It's just fast, guys. It is super fast. Let's open the App Store from scratch. Boom. It's already there. This is the fastest phone, Android phone, I've ever tested. The only other phone that I think has tested faster than this one for me so far is the phone that's filming this video, the iPhone XS Max. I don't think any other Android phone can compete. And I want to quickly show you a little bit of video here on this phone. Let me show you one which is full screen display here. And there you go, guys. That is viewing on this phone. It is... And the teardrop notch doesn't bother me. This is the first phone with a notch that I honestly have no problem going full screen display on. And you see the bezel on the bottom, it is tiny. And the audio, guys. To the new look here of the weather app. The weather app is now been optimized with a design. This is full screen display. This may be the best dual speakers I've heard in a long time, guys. So far from the video experience, it is looking amazing. So let me kind of download Spotify here real quick. I'll do a quick audio test, and then we'll kind of jump into the camera section. All right, so here we go. And, just to kind of be a little bit interesting here, I'm going to put the Pixel 3 XL right next to this phone. These are flagship phones, guys, so, we're going to have to compare flagship versus flagship here. So with this quick audio test, just of my favorite track here. You see how loud it is already. So let's go to 75% on the Mate 20X here. Okay, so you hear it there. Now switch to the Pixel. 75% on the Pixel 3 XL. %100% on the Mate 20X. Pixel 3 XL. Wow. And my consensus there, guys, the Pixel 3 XL has amazing speakers, but I think it has been beat. The Mate 20X's speakers are loud, they're crisp, and I think it's just the fact that you have such a big device playing through. It is incredible. Not to say that the Pixel 3 XL speakers are bad. They are some of the best on the market by far. But when it comes to sound quality, these may now be the best and loudest and like just kind of best sounding dual speakers I've ever tested on Frankie Tech. And last but not least, guys, the camera. So just wanted to show you some of the clips, the shots I took yesterday. These were the two I shot live yesterday. And kind of seeing them here with a bit more light, look at the detail there. It is pretty incredible that I can read at night. I can still read what it says on this actual board over here. You can see there, enjoy up to 1% cash rebate for every point of sale purchase. And that was across the street from a distance. And then using the night mode, you see here, it does oversaturate a little bit on the night mode, and it did there a little bit, but in the right settings, guys, and I kind of like the other side of this photo better, you see how bright it gets. And looking at the camera here, you see it's running the same type of camera software as all the other kind of phones that have been out from Huawei. So let's throw Mr. Pumpkin in here and take a quick shot here. So just one shot, one quick click. Look at that detail, guys. I love it. I love how cameras are getting so good now. And it's game changing. Let's do a portrait mode shot here real quick. No faces detected. I wonder if that means it won't be able to do it. Well, looks like it still did something, and it looks really good. And obviously the night mode here, we can try a night mode shot here. Going to be most useful probably at night, but I think I've heard you can actually use this in the daytime and get some pretty good shots out of it too. So let's see how we do there. Crisp. Look at the detail there on the stem. This camera is amazing. I can already tell if it's going to be anywhere near as good as the P20 Pro's camera. I'm going to be really impressed. And it does have that triple camera setup on the back with the 40 megapixel shooter. But now they've included the wide angle. And let's see if I can find it here. So you see here, guys, there are ways to zoom out. And I think this is the wide angle lens at 0.6. So you see there's the 0.1. You can go 0.3, take a shot, let's see what that looks like. Looks great. Let's go 0.5, see what that looks like right there. Incredible. And last but not least, we go 0.6. And there you go. That's the wide angle right there. And it allows you to take a shot with just a lot more kind of space between it. And in fact, if you don't mind, just 1 second, I will take a shot over here at the window. So I took this photo just now outside my window, and this is the 1x zoomed shot. And now this is the 6X. It's so amazing. Like, this is so cool. And this is actually something that I know the LG phones have had for a while. But guess what? Huawei now has it. And you can take a shot from there to there. So much more in the view, so much more sky, so much just more captured in the sensor. And that is going to be something I think that really will separate this phone camera from all the other phone cameras, including the Pixel 3 XL. Amazing. So that's the end of the video, guys. Let me know what you think. This phone, final verdict on it, at least after 12 hours of playing with it. This is like the ultimate big phone, guys. I can't think of any other big phone that will come close. To you Mi Max 3 lovers out there, this is a budget phone. This is a big budget phone. It's the best one there is. But when it comes to big phone, just big overall phone, we have our new winner, guys. This is it, the Mate 20X. It is the best big phone I've ever tested on Frankie Tech. And this is not hyperbole when I say it. It may be one of the best phones I've ever tested, period, on Frankie Tech. There's so many superlatives to this phone in terms of camera, design, display, in terms of just the feel, in terms of just the software. I mean, the only thing that I've ever had an issue with Huawei has been the software. So I want to wait and see how EMUI feels now on Android 9 Pie. This is EMUI 9, and just see how I experience it over time. But for now, guys, that's it for this video. If you like this video, give me that thumbs up. And if you love the content of Frankie Tech, definitely subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon, guys, for more information on, just for updates on future videos. And stay tuned, guys. A lot of great content coming from my channel. But for now, wow, I just got to keep playing with this phone, man. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. And this is where I leave you by saying, this is Frankie Tech signing off. Y'all have a good one.